So what we're seeing right now is a cultural shift, especially with millennials. They're taking their personal views and they're taking it to the workplace. And with millennials, as you know, they're a lot more vocal. They want to make sure that what they feel, what they believe in, gets acted on and heard. And so that's trickling through, especially as they take on more managerial roles that have more influence and power. And that's what we're seeing. People who really believe in purpose-driven business and purpose in their lives are making it one and the same. So how you believe in your own life and how you feel about the world is being represented in the workplace. And so that's a natural sort of reaction. And what you're seeing right now is really that cultural shift with millennials coming online.
For us at Mustard Seed, it's never been about more profit, less purpose, more purpose, less profit. You know, we use the phrase lockstep because we believe in it very strongly. That's commercial and social return reinforcing each other and going in tandem. You know, the correlated link between the two. So, you know, we think this is going to be the norm for business. We think that's starting and it's accelerating. It's for very simple reasons. Consumers want to buy more of the products and services that these kinds of socially impactful businesses are producing. Investors are hyper engaged in the topic now. We know a wealth manager here in London well that always asks their clients, what's the purpose of your wealth? Whenever they join as clients, makes them think about, why am I making money? What am I here for? What's my legacy? Employees of these kinds of companies generally stay for longer. I think more of the research is, and it makes sense, it intuitively makes sense. And then not to mention obviously the founders themselves who start these businesses. So it doesn't surprise me at all that more and more of these asset allocators are putting money into these kinds of funds and structures.
I don't think it's about caring less about profits, because obviously, you know, in the business world, that's something we always need to make sure that we have in place. However, that being said, if you look at the way the world's going, climate change, the plastic situation, you know, it's something that needs to be tackled, and all our lives are going to change. So it's no surprise that big corporations are now looking at how the world can be better, because otherwise in 50 years time, what kind of a world are we going to have? So I completely embrace it. You know, my business is a lot smaller than the big corporation, but it's something we really all should have a look at, and it doesn't surprise me at all that those stats are in place.
I don't see shareholders necessarily caring less about profits and more about purpose, although they might do. I don't think we're quite there yet. What I do think is that those investments into the businesses from hedge funds and the likes realise that end users, be they businesses or B2C, have a choice. And I firmly believe, and I've been saying this for a while now, that if you are not seen as a company or a supplier to those businesses or consumers, as a company that cares about your community, gives back to your community in a meaningful and tangible way, not just some nice CSR policy written on a brochure, that they will choose elsewhere to go, because they can. So I think the hedge funds and the likes realise that people, employees, consumers, businesses are thinking that way more and more, and therefore if they're going to hedge their bets as to where they put their money, if a company has a tangible community sense to it, then it's a sensible thing for them to look at. We're not there yet, but certainly we're moving that way, and 5-10 years will definitely make huge leaps towards that. So they're forward thinking, you know, if that's what they are doing.